We're going to start today's stream with talking about Pokemon. And I've said in the past, actually just recently, how I've been talking about how I want to start talking more about Pokemon in general. I hate that we have to start off, or just the card section in general, but I hate how we had to start off with like drama, I guess is the best way to say it. There's really no other way to beat around the bush, but lately Pokemon cards have become a source of, well, income for people who don't even care about the series, and also number one target on the news, everything you find on social media as well, who are actually like big card collectors and players alike who can't get their hands on a single box of Prismatic Evolution. That sucks. That actually sucks for the fan base. That sucks for the kids. That sucks for people who just enjoy it generally. Is it nice to pull a big juicy card? Sure. Yeah, it's always great to have it. But Pokemon's not always been that type to have like an astronomical amount of money to be dumped into. Like, it's probably one of the cheapest TCGs to actually get into compared to like Yu-Gi-Oh, for example. Like, this is just GOAT format. Don't worry about that. But we're talking about modern. Like, modern decks are extremely expensive to make. Like, it's insane. Same with Magic. Both very expensive, right? So it's super weird to see Pokemon now at prices that are just astronomical. For example, here's his website that's not even done, right? And he has more, like, this is the unfinished website, and you can't even see what the price is of stuff. I have to highlight it. Like, this is example product tile. Like, it's not even done. And the man is trying to make it the number one because he knows, man or woman, I don't know what this person is. He knows he has this whole section by the throat, because if I recall correctly, he has more product than like any other store right now. Actually insane. But I don't understand why they do this. I understand that, other than the very obvious part of becoming, like, you know, it's all about money. It's not about all the fun anymore like it was, like crack open some packs or anything like that. It's all about how can we control this by the throat. This is this guy's, look at that right here. It says T-Bell House, or T-Bell Card House. Look how many he has. It's just silliness. Like, it's disgusting. And he keeps going. He keeps going. He has like probably all of like my living quarters of ETBs. Like, I just can't fathom having that much, you know, in one area. And it makes it so that the price just goes up more and more and more. Here's another example of this whole ass truck stealing Pokemon cards, and you can see over here in the right, which I'm just gonna ignore that, but here's screenshots of it, of these people breaking in and stealing just Pokemon merchandise right now. And so we're probably thinking, oh, before I even move on to the next edit, here's even another one of Costco.
What? There he goes. Look how crazy he's getting.
Like, people are just standing in line. I'm not gonna listen to the commentary. I don't really care what they're gonna say. It's just gonna be like, you know, like this guy's taking a whole box. A whole box. Whole ass box. Or sorry, whole ass, I guess, cardboard section. That's so much money. And I bet 90% of these people in this line have no freaking idea what this is. Look, it turns into a horde. And people are just shoving, fighting. This is for 151, a set that no one really cared about, to be honest with you. Look at that right there. That's just, dude, are you kidding me? That's fucked up. I can't believe people are willing to fight over that and not be like, hey man, you dropped this, you know, here, have it. No, greed, actually greed taking over. And then here's another one. Actually, I wanted to circle around back to this. The newly set Blooming Waters for the 151 series that no one, again, really cared about. It's actually been gaining a lot of momentum. Like, right now it's at 142, and that was January 12th through 14th, and it died off, right? I was like, okay, whatever. But then here we go. It's starting to rise again, because now they're taking their eyes on this, because it's, again, 151 has gained a little bit of momentum. And everyone's taking fact of, let's target nostalgia. And 151 is all about nostalgia. And you can check already. Look, my wife and I were talking about this. 0 sales. None. and he's already got one. There's probably a scammer doing it. 34 sales, that might not be a scammer, but there's just so many that they're just trying to flip it, and it's stupid. It's just insane. Now, the reason why they're doing this, like I said, is that 151 has gained some momentum in sales lately, or card prices ordeal. Like this, for example, this card was not this much at one point. It was not nearly $300. Actually, I was thinking about buying this recently because I'm like, oh, that's one of the few cards that slipped by, and it's like about 150 at its height. Look at this. Slowly been going up. I mean, in November it was about 195, and I thought about getting it. No. And of course, here we go. We're going all the way up to the series, or to the beginning. And even like the cards that we have, like I have 2 of these because we pulled nothing but Venusaurs, which I love Venusaurs. It's one of my favorite. A lightly played is $84, and it's just been climbing, and it's crazy because I remember buying this Zapdos for my friend because I told him, like, you might want to get it now before it increases because I have a feeling it will. A year ago, he bought it for only $30. Now it's almost, well, it's doubled, and it's kind of teetered, but it's more or less, I think, tapering off about $60 to $70. But it's still, it's doubled everything, and this is a year ago. It's just crazy. And so now scalpers see this, and they go, okay, we're going to buy out these, the Blooming Waters of the Blastoise and Venusaur set, which I would love to have, but yeah, they're just sitting in the garage. You can tell all this stuff in the background. You can't, how do you fight that? How do these people get all that information? How do these vendors tell these people, like, how do they have friends in these, I don't know, like marketing areas to find out when they're gonna be on the shelf and just buy them all? Like, the network that they have is a little insane, like a little bit too insane too. And as I covered over last week when I was going over the Markiplier, oh my god, Leonhart, Pokemon made a statement. I'll briefly go over it. It's just saying they acknowledge it. We'll see what they do about it in the future. I don't know what they're gonna do about it. I don't know what they can do about it. It's just going to be one of those things that we're going to have to live with, I think, for a while. And to be honest, the biggest thing we can't do is give in. Giving in to this is going to be the worst thing we can do, because once we do that and buy from these scalpers, it's going to just keep happening. And now, give a little backstory on scalpers too. The one thing I do want to say is that scalpers have always been around. They have been around since like the dawn of time of like entertainment. Like, we all know about the PS5 crisis back in the day for COVID, how they couldn't get parts in, and then like the PS5 was super expensive and it was really hard to get your hands on, right? Couldn't do anything about it. Back even a little bit further in like the 80s and 70s, Ticketmaster had the same issue where people would buy out stuff and then go, hey, I'll turn around and sell this to you, and it's gonna be probably double the price. Why? Because I can make more. So it's the only difference is, if we fast forward to now, is that they have more tools at their disposal. For example, bots. Bots are a huge pain to, 1, deal with, 2, beat. There's not really much you can do about a bot. If it goes in line and it just keeps spamming the same spot to get that queue, it's gonna beat you. It's gonna be faster than any human. It doesn't need luck, it just has speed. Us, a human, who keeps going, all right, well, I hope I get in the queue, let me refresh, whatever, we lose. We just have to go by luck, literally as that. And most of the people just want one. And it's really hard, as Leonhart said in his video, and I'll link it in the description below. It's not their job to limit this. It really isn't. And all companies, all big stores, or even small stores, want to make a profit. So they can't say no, because logically that'd be stupid. It would. So it's a double-edged sword, and you're getting stabbed both ways. Like, now the way they combat it for scalpers, which we, as a consumer who actually like Pokemon, or like the gaming industry, or like X, Y, and Z, have to pay more just to get our hands on. Just a little sniff. Just a little sniff. And it's not fair. Absolutely not fair. So the solution is literally to wait. Does it suck? Yes. 100%. But like these prices are just ridiculous. Like they actually are just too damn high, for lack of a better word. Like look, this is the first page, and it's just sickening. Is it hype? Sure, yeah, 100%. Because we haven't had a good set in Pokemon for a while. Like the beginning of Scarlet and Violet was pretty bad. I'm not even gonna lie. A few hits that I liked here and there. This set really like revived it and brought everyone into like get it. It's just craziness. The first page, you never see stuff that's like all triple digits almost. And I know there's so many good cards in here, a lot of beautiful artwork, but you just got to wait. You really got to wait, because it's the only way to beat these people. And I do want to say too, I want to credit TCG Infinite Play, and I want to credit them because I read this today because my wife sent it. It is very good. I would read this too. This is what made me want to make a video on it and further explain and give my opinions on it too, and actually put the effort on making video. I hate that again that we have to start with a drama video of like, oh my god, the scene. But I want to start a conversation about this and see what you all think too, because it's true. This article, like he said, is not going to be a fun read. I'm sorry, and he's absolutely right. This whole article is very, very good. So I encourage you to read this as well, get an understanding of why this person is frustrated as a longtime fan, and myself included, how annoying it is, and how you just have to, you know, fight your way just to get one box of that. So I'll even link that in the description below. Feel free to like comment as well and tell me what you think about it, because this is a good topic. I think this is an unnecessary evil we have to discuss and face and be like, hey, we need to do something about this in the future, because this seems to happen a lot, and it has. This is not the first time we ran into this, because COVID was a big one. I remember Battle Styles being the very first one where it was like, all right, this is hard. The excuse was there's not enough resources to get cardboard to print on this, a certain fabric, whatever, blah, blah, blah. That's why these prices are so high. But now it's just because scalpers. And I mean, scalpers didn't help back then, but still, it doesn't help at all. So again, let me know what you think. I love to hear what you all have to say, and I hate that we have to deal with, but like usual, we'll get through it. Just gotta be patient. Gotta be patient, and don't fall for the scam. And if anything looks too good to be true, it probably is, and it's probably fake. It's already been resealed or some other garbage. Don't do it. Please, 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 please find a sealed product, please, because I don't trust loose packs anymore. Honestly, because of streamers and how big it blew up, and the whole resealing has gotten extremely good at it. So I would prefer a sealed ETB or sealed booster box if you're gonna actually buy it. And again, use your brain. Use your brain.